Namaskar. Today it's May 30th, 2026. Welcome to day 78 of Satvik Yogi Path. Each year on March 14 begins my 100 days journey in returning to the essence of yoga towards the celebration of International Day of Yoga on June 21st. This year I chose to revisit Maharshi Patanjali's Yoga Sūtra and share my daily practices inspired by it. Once again, welcome to day 78 of Satvik Yogi Path. Satvik Yogi Path is a simple, global way of living with clarity every day. Today in Yoga Sūtra 2.27, also called 27th Yoga Sūtra from the second chapter Sadhana Pad. Maharshi Patanjali describes the 7 stages of clarity. Yes, the seven stages of clarity that arises from the uninterrupted discriminative knowledge, which we learned yesterday, the uninterrupted discriminative clarity knowledge yesterday. So there are 7 stages of clarity that arises out of this distinctive clarity knowledge, distinction between the seer and the seen. So, what is the Yoga Sutra? Let us recite it together. Yoga Sutra 2.27. Tasya saptada pranartha bhumiha pragya. Let's do it once again. Tasya saptadha prantbhumiha pragya. For that one, insight unfolds into 7 stages, reaching the highest ground. Now, what is that for that one? Yesterday, we learned viveka khyāti, which is the uninterrupted discriminative knowledge, and which is the means to freedom. To overcome the cycle of suffering, not the glimpses of spiritual insights help. But what helps is the uninterrupted discriminative knowledge of clarity, the distinction between unwavering awareness of the distinction between the seer and the seen, the Purush and the Prakriti, the pure awareness from the material world. So today Maharshi Patanjali in Yoga Sūtra 2.27 tells us that clarity does not appear all at once. It unfolds in 7 stages. These 7 stages are the maturation of insight. These 7 stages are the maturation of insight. So let us understand a little bit more by breaking it down word by word. Now, if you're watching, you may see in the pinned comment, which says that clarity does not arrive all at once. It unfolds in 7 steps, and each one bringing the seer closer to freedom, true inner freedom. Let me quickly give a shout out to Howie 1590. Hello, Howie 1590, HAW Howie 1590. Did I pronounce your username correct? Thank you so much for joining on this 78th day of Satvik Yogi Path. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you could join. Thank you. So now let us break the Yoga Sūtra word by word. Meaning. Tasya. Hello, Ben Logan. Ben Logan. Logan. Did I pronounce your username correct? I'm so thankful for you to have joined on the 78th day of 100 days towards a celebration of International Day of Yoga on June 21st. So which means we only have 22 days left until summer solstice and also celebration of International Day of Yoga on June 21st. Tasya. Okay, let's once again recite the Sanskrit. It is in Sanskrit, the ancient language, and that's the language of yoga. Tasya saptadha prant bhumih pragya. That's the aphorism. But what does it mean? It is in Sanskrit. What does it mean? So let's break it down word by word. Tasya, the first word, tasya, for that one, the practitioner of uninterrupted clarity. So for that one means or points to the practitioner of uninterrupted clarity. Saptadha. Saptadha is made of 2 words. Saptadha. Sapta is 7, like septa, sept. Sapt. Sapt is the Sanskrit word for 7. Dha. It's the ways. So in 7-fold, 7 stages, 7 ways. Prant. Bhumih. Prant. Bhumih, which means reaching the highest ground of or the final limit. Reaching the highest ground, which is the final limit. And the last word, pragya, insight or discriminative knowledge. Pragya. Now this means the Yoga Sūtra tasya saptadha prant bhumih pragya, which means for the one who practices uninterrupted clarity, insight matures in 7 stages until it reaches the highest ground or the final limit. Maharshi Patanjali is describing the inner evolution of clarity. Inner. These 7 stages are not external achievements. They are inner recognitions. that arise naturally. When the seer and the seen are continuously distinguished. The 7 stages expressed the 7 stages. Number 1, seeing the cause behind the pattern. That's the first stage. Seeing the cause behind the pattern. So you understand why a reaction arises. Suppose you are in a situation and you just reacted. The first stage of clarity is to understand why you reacted. That's the first stage. Seeing the cause behind the affliction or the pattern or the fluctuation of the mind. No, that was the second step. Seeing clearly is the first step. Seeing clearly what is helpful and what is not. That's the first stage. The 7 stages of clarity. The first stage is seeing clearly what is helpful and what is not. The mind becomes honest. Patterns become visible. So the first step is to see clearly what is helpful and what is not. And in doing so, or to do this, the mind becomes honest. And the patterns become visible. The second step is seeing the cause behind the pattern. To understand why a reaction arises. So the why, understanding the why, the cause. The third step is seeing the subtle movement of the gunas. Now, what are the gunas? The 3 gunas are the rajas, tamas, and sattva. So you recognize the sattva, which is pure, rajas, and tamas in real time. So you see the subtle movement of the patterns, the quality of the patterns. Is it rajas? Is it sattva? Is it tamas? Then fourth stage is seeing the difference between the mind and awareness. The mind and the awareness. And you begin to feel the seer as distinct from the seen. That's where you begin. In the fourth stage, you begin to feel the seer as distinct from the seen. The fifth stage is seeing the mind become quiet. The mind become quiet. The sixth stage is seeing the seeing the seer shine by itself. Awareness becomes steady, luminous. And the final stage is seeing the final limit. Prantha bhumiha. The seer stands alone in its own nature. And this is the threshold of Kaivalya. This is the heart of 7 stages. So let us try and understand a little more using an analogy from our daily life, a story from our daily life. Now imagine cleaning a foggy mirror. Imagine, have you ever done it? If some of you have, then just imagine you're trying to clear a foggy mirror. Sometimes it happens in the bathroom when the exhaust fan is not running, and I have taken a shower, and then if I forgot to switch on the exhaust fan of the bathroom, and then I would see the mirror is foggy. So imagine cleaning a foggy mirror. At first, you wipe the surface and see only a blur, right? So you clean the surface of the foggy mirror, and at first you see a blur as you clean. Now, then slowly a faint outline appears. Then, second, you notice the shape becomes clearer. And then details emerge. Then, fourth, the reflection sharpens. And then the background becomes visible. And then the entire image becomes crisp. Finally, the mirror reflects perfectly. So you see the 7 stages from the story of our daily life. This is the seven-fold unfolding of clarity. The sevenfold unfolding of clarity. The mirror was always capable of reflecting, right? Even though you were cleaning this foggy mirror, the mirror was always capable of reflecting. The fog was the only obstruction. In the same way, the seer was always clear, always clear. Avidya was the fog. Avidya, the misidentification, is the fog. Vivek khyāti is the wiping. You're wiping a foggy mirror. So avidya is the fog. Viveka khyāti, that is uninterrupted, discriminative knowledge. The unwavering awareness. Viveka khyāti is the cleaning, the wiping part. So the 7 stages gradually revealing. So clarity is not a leap, it is a progression. Clarity is not a leap but a progression. So when clarity matures, the seer stands at its highest ground. So what are we practicing today? Notice one stage you are currently in. You would notice just one stage you're currently in. You would honor it without rushing. And then gentle repetition of Om. And we contemplate on the unfolding clarity. Unfolding clarity. So let us start with our stillness practice as we do it every day. Through stillness practice, we also are learning how not to judge, how to simply witness or just observe or notice. not judge, but notice. So let us take position, back and spine straight. Roll your shoulder and just opens up your chest, and back and spine straight, seated on your seated bones, sitting bones, and you're looking at a point at the eye level. Your chin slightly tucked in, and with a smile on your face, place one hand gently over your navel, and you breathe in. Gently and softly let your breath fall on your navel. Breathe in. Gently and softly let your breath fall on your navel. We do it one more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now you bring all your focus onto your breath and observe the body movements, especially the area around your navel. As you breathe in, how your navel area extends. As you breathe out, it distends like a balloon. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now bring all your focus onto your navel area. You have one hand placed gently over your navel, and you breathe in. Breathe out. Now, in the next couple of breaths, you would equalize your breath by breathe in, two, breathe out, two, breathe in, two, breathe out, two. One more breath, breathe in, breathe out. And now in the next couple of breaths, you would increase the exhalation. So if we count 2 for inhalation, your breathing out should be in 4. Let's do it. Bring all your focus to your navel area. Your hand is placed gently over your navel, and breathe in, two, breathe out, two, three, four. Breathe in, two, breathe out, two, three, four. And just stay like that. And you may open your eyes. Now that your breath is settled, your body is steady, we can move on to the next stillness practice. And now we would bring to mind one area of life where clarity is growing. So that could be the place where you see more than before. You react less than before. Or you understand more deeply. So you would bring one area of your life where clarity is growing and then ask gently, which stage am I in right now? Remember, clarity has 7 stages. It unfolds into 7 stages. Which stage am I in right now? So if your situation or a place is where you react less than before, you would ask, which stage of the 7 stages am I in right now? So let the answer arise softly. Now let us practice the Om. The rises in the belly, the O moves through the chest, and the softens at the lips. Let's go for it. Take few short breaths, and then with a deep inhalation, we produce the sound Om. Let's do it. We'll do it 2 times. Take few short breaths, and let's begin. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath in. And release. And now we contemplate. As we contemplate bhavna, let my clarity unfold naturally. Let my clarity unfold naturally. And you would hold this feeling for few breaths, gently rising from your nabhi and gently, softly falling on your belly. And release. That brings to the end of our stillness practices for today. So, like every day, I have a challenge for you for day 78. And the challenge is identify one stage of clarity you are experiencing today and honor it without judgment. Day 78 teaches us that clarity unfolds in 7 stages. Each stage brings the seer closer to the highest ground of insight. And this is the natural progression of uninterrupted discriminative knowledge. Tomorrow we begin exploring how these stages deepen and how the mind becomes increasingly sattvic. We meet again tomorrow. Until then, stay warm, stay open, and most importantly, stay honest to your own story. I thank you all for your presence today on this day of 77 from my 100 days yoga journey. Satvik Yogi Path. I thank you. Thank you.